Hi, this is Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a bunch of stuff. I guess I have this in not shifting perspectives. I have it in subconscious dialogues right now, but I'm at a point where this is just like, it's a lot easier for me to organize wherever I put it in my playlist. So this is purely hypothetical. This is one of those things where I'm not coming from a place of defined, this is what it is, and this is what it feels like. And this is what I've defined according to my truth as being true. And that's it. Everything either feels aligned to me or it doesn't. And if it feels aligned to me, it's my truth. So this is me showing you my truth. That's all this is. All of my podcast is just me showing you my perspective. So either it rings and resonates with you or it doesn't because you belong at a different pole. There you go. And then that's it. This is the ninth perspective. I am reporting to you live from a ninth perspective poll. How is the perspective over there? You know, this is exactly what it is. So if it resonates, great, you're in the ninth perspective. Woohoo, we've got cookies. And if you are in the second perspective, you are probably not going to feel good here. I really don't recommend you being here. You can be, but open mind, or it's not going to feel good. Whenever you are working with any of the other perspectives, you must have an open mind. Closed mind means your perspective. Closed mind, closed perspective. Open mind, open perspective. Open up your perspectives. Ooh, that's going to be a thing. Open up your perspective. Today on Open Up Your Perspective, opening perspectives. There you go. Opening perspectives. Oh, yes. This is going to be a future podcast. I can sense it. Opening perspectives. Or maybe it'll be in my talk show. I could totally do this as a talk show. And today on Opening Perspectives, I'm not getting up at 3 a.m. to go to a studio to put on makeup. I refuse to do that. They're coming to me. I will have my own studio, and I will report to you from the coziness of my own room at 8 or 9 a.m. I am not driving into New York City in that traffic just to be there at 3 a.m. for a makeup job. As I am is my philosophy. As I am. That is my philosophy. I do live workshops, live events, and I do public speaking. If you are interested in seeing any of my public talks, I do a lot. Go ahead and click down below on that link and tell me what resonates with you. So opening perspectives. I really love this, and I have to market this somehow because that is just really fucking catchy. So this is what it feels like. But this is just my perspective, so bear with me. It feels like when you're a protector, you just go around and you basically, it's like you're the pollinator. And I've got energy people. I've got one in London. I've got two in LA. I've got one in Jersey-ish. I've got the one here in New York. And every one of them is like an energy rod. I would say I have energy relationships total. I have four energy relationships right now. I have 4 solid energy relationships. Maybe 5. I do feel a 5th one starting, but they're all energy relationships. So polyamory is when you basically tap into all of these different energy relationships and you just move in and it feels good. And they're always there. Every one of my energy relationships don't move. They're all grounded. They will never come here. They do not travel. They are stationary. One of them moves around, but I have to go to him. It's never them coming to me. My home is off limits. This is my children's home. This is my children's home. And that's really the difference between my primary and everyone else. My primary has met my children. He's allowed in this space. No one else is allowed in this space. No one else is allowed in this space unless they come only as friendship. So, yeah. And it's because that's just my mindset. I do not allow it in my home. This is my genie bottle. Yes. And that's just it. A grounding rod, a grounder in your energy relationship will have you go to their house. And if they don't want you at your house and you have to go meet at a hotel, it's because they're also on the road too. So you might meet in passing, but you'll never actually go to one's location and be their grounder. Now, it's common, but there's no rules here. It's common that you could be a grounder who sometimes goes on the adventures. But every time you do, it just doesn't feel good. So you probably spend a lot of time home. You might venture and you might bring someone back, but yeah, you're more home. And it's absolutely dependent it depends on a lot. And God, there's so much more to it. There is so much more to it. And trying to condense all of this down and explain it all is just understanding the protector nurturer that's a huge part of it. Like almost like the monogamist is the nurturer and the polyamorist is the protector. That's really what it feels like. And when I say that, my energy all hums and purrs and say, yeah, that's right. That's how it feels. But it's not a rule. And there's going to be so many variations of that. And that's just it. You can switch. You can be a protector and then you can say, you know what, I'm going to do the nurturer thing. Now, for me, I am 80% protector and 20% nurturer, which means I got to be on the road. But a nurturer, oh, yeah, my partner is like 80% nurturer. And it's the 20% protector. That's when he goes out. But it's almost never. It's very rarely. Whereas I'm the protector. So I'm all over the place because my energy is 80-20 and he's 20-80. So yeah, and you can have a partner who's 50-50. You can both be grounders who both like to go out and play and then come back. It's going to be it's all on a spectrum, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. But that's just it. Everything is on a spectrum and everything shifts. Nothing is stagnant. It's like every little thing that we have inside of us, every opinion, every feeling is on a sliding scale. And those sliding scales are moving constantly like an equilibrium board in a sound room. And those little things are just constantly sliding up and down at all times. But the fourth perspective said, nobody touch it. It must stay this way. And suddenly we're all like, we all have intuition and we all have whims and we're supposed to be moving with the energy. And the energy readers, the ethereal walkers went, well, fuck this shit. I got to go and do my thing, man. My whim is calling me. And the sea, it calls me. Yeah. I arrived in this place a couple days ago and I just felt everything shift and everything changed and everything feels good. And then finding these words to finally articulate, to finally sit down and say to my people, all right, I'm going to talk like me now. And if you need help with the vocabulary, I got a podcast for that. That's going to be my thing. I got a podcast for that. I'm excited for life and I'm very eager. And I'm really, really excited to see what's coming next. My God, I want to take you on this journey with me. And that's just it. Every time I get into a podcast, I feel like I'm a captain on a ship and I can say to you, all right, this is my captain's journal and this is what I'm reporting today. That's exactly what it feels like. I feel like I'm reporting to you from the HSM slush brain. The slush brain, yeah. The HMS slush brain. And upon the HMS slush brain, I just show you, this is the perspective that I see. This is Captain the Log. We've been at sea this long. Stardate 96.4103. One day I will understand the star dates. That's my goal in life, is to break the code of understanding the star dates in Star Trek. That's really what I want to accomplish in life. That way, when I watch an episode, I can go, oh, I know what star date that is in relativity to this over here. I understand it. In fact, I will probably be doing this. It's just like cataloging. Okay, what are the star dates? What do those mean? Star dates. Pure authenticity is when you define the self, you define the ethics, you define your beliefs, and then you know who you are. You know where you are. You know your coordinates. As soon as you know your coordinates, you can determine your relativity to the rest of the world. But if you don't know your coordinates, you don't know who you are, you don't know where you are. So you're wandering through life going, who are we? Where are we? When are we? Why are we? And who is this God person anyway? And brownie points if you get the reference. I feel like this is the integration process. I don't talk about my multiple personality very much. One day I will. I integrated in April 1st or April 2nd of 2023. It is now September 4th. May, June, July, August, September. May, June, July, August, September. So it has been 5 months since integration. And I feel like it's been a ripple effect for me. For me, it's been a ripple effect. I have a hunch. I have had a feeling and a suspicion for a very long time. I can feel it. This is right. I know it because I can see it. Every one of you, almost every one of you, has multiple personality disorder. Oh, yeah, can I see it? But it has a varying degree to it. And it is the one condition that is researched the least. Very little is known about it. I could write books on multiple personality disorder and tear it down for you and show you. And when I'm done with you, you will be amazed at how much we are all walking around with multiple personalities without us even knowing it. It's the integration that you're looking for. You are looking to integrate. But when you integrate, it's not just the personalities, it's also your identity. You have to reintegrate your identity back into you. You tell me that's not multiple personalities? That is very much multiple personality when you have to integrate your own identity back into your behavior. Perspective abuse rips you away from, it divorces the self. That is multiple personality disorder. It is when perspective abuse forces you to divorce a fraction of yourself. It wipes your memory, it changes things. So we think this very rare condition. And I was surprised when I started doing research on people, when I started sitting down and talking to people, and I started doing therapy, when I started going into groups for multiple personalities, how many people there are, how many people are living as multiples and don't even know it. Every time you switch personalities to accommodate a different perspective, guess what? That is switching. I believe that we all switch, which means we are all quite capable of learning how to perspective shift, which you are going to need to learn to do. I need to just sit down and do a whole thing based exclusively on multiple personality disorder. So you are integrating your identity back into yourself. And the more I do that, the more I realize that I shouldn't be having all these separate podcasts for each and every part of me that's not integrated. Integrate more, Anna. Integrate more. And I can feel it, like I'm solidifying my center more and more by embracing all the parts of me at the same time. So I feel like I'm still finishing up my integration. Oh, there's been no switching, not since April 1st, April 2nd. And I switched that day, April 1st. And then I was just whole again. And then it's like, okay, getting everybody now, like it's been a process. Eventually we will all be blended together again, and I won't be able to tell who's who anymore. And I can feel it happening more and more. And it's the cocktail. It is the pure mixture of the cocktail all put together that makes me unique. And that's really, when you look at similarities and differences, they are hand picking, they are cherry picking only the parts of you that match them and throwing the rest of it away. That's multiple personality disorder. But you're a cocktail. You are a cocktail. We aren't meant to be divvied up in separate pieces. How dare you separate the peas and corn? Okay, I have a serious problem with peas and corn or peas and carrots. Like, who would do that? Like, what is the problem? Why the fuck are you messing around with my food? Who would even think to put nasty cut carrots into peas? I cannot tell you how much this pisses me off. And yeah, I was the person as early as 2 years old, separating everything, grunting, going, peas, carrots. Why would you mix them? Why would you mix them? They don't taste good when you mix them. If they tasted good, I could get it, but it really does not taste good. You ruin the peas and the carrots are just disgusting. I always ate the carrots first because I wanted to wash it down with my peas. But it decreased the dignity of the peas. The integrity of the peas was lost when you mix it with the peas and carrots. Yes, these are the problems I had in my life. And the more you get that center, the more you feel solidified, the more you realize, oh, this is who I am. This is my center. This is me. And the more your confidence just settles right down in you and you're going, yes, I'm going to go play the piano now. I'm going to read a book. If you love shit like this, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if any of this resonated with you, click on the link below. Tell me which video, which part resonated, and we'll be in touch. Thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.